Hey everybody, we are back for a short time after a rousing, to say the least, rousing and quite interesting Game 5 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. Of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. Of the NBA Eastern. It was so good, I had to say it thrice. It was a good contest. It was. It had drama. It had questionable calls. It had an uncertain, down to the wire outcome storyline. It had all of that, and you've got to take your hat off to the Raptors for doing something. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Archuleta, for doing something that look, a lot of people didn't think they were going to be able to do in beating the host Milwaukee Bucks in Game 5, 105-99. And they pulled away. And I didn't think that they would do it in the fashion they did it in, with Giannis Antetokounmpo. I apologize for butchering his name. Literally being stymied at points down the stretch. Just when it looked like he was going to muscle up and be the man, right, and just take over the game, the Toronto defense blunted him. There were at one point 4 guys surrounding him in this kind of like umbrella defense, almost like it was a football game or something. It was wild. But give it to the Raptors. They were focused and determined to win, and they did. And now the Bucks face a game 6, guess what? In Toronto. They're going to make sure their passports are paid up over the border into Toronto, where my friend Jennifer Edinger lives. And Jennifer's was, I wonder where she's at right now in terms of her head, because she was this huge LeBron / Cleveland Cavaliers fan. But then LeBron left for greener pastures, and we know how that's turned out so far, don't we? All right, I want to, at this point, before I get too far into this, explain this title. The title of this is Raptors Beat Bucks in Game 5, Raiders Las Vegas Stadium Update, and Artie Lange News, okay? Now, you're probably wondering what the last part of this is all about. Let me just, by a show of yeses, how many of you know who Artie Lange is? Just yes or no. I have no idea what to expect with the outcome of this question. I just want to know how many of you know who Artie Lange is. Richard knows. I know, so I'll just write myself down as a yes as well. Joseph Amanduras says, regarding Artie Lange, I've met him twice, and each time he was out of his way to be cordial, polite with members of the public. It's sad to see him struggling so bad, and I'm writing yes. And that leads me to something I want to share with you, okay, that occurred at the NFL draft on the red carpet, May 2nd, when I uploaded the video May 2nd, 2012. So it's a little bit after the draft, because in those days I wasn't doing what I do now, which is, the immediate upload sort of deal. The tech wasn't there. If it was, I would have used it, but I digress. I want to share this with you, okay? I'm going to put this on in large so that you can see it easily and full screen, and share this bit of unfortunate history with you. Okay. I'll press the button right here, and boom. Wait, I saw K-Dub last night.
Yeah, I did too.
You too, man. What do you think of Kate Upton?
What I think of Kate Upton, let me tell you something about Kate Upton. He's probably the best member of the think tank up at Harvard.
What do you think of Desi Sanchez?
Desi Sanchez, Lucy's husband, fantastic. Babalu, Mark Sanchez. Mark, when's the last time you had sex with Kate Upton? And look who it is with him right here, RG3's. Why'd you cut the hair, RG? Why? Now, have you had sex with Kate Upton?
No.
Yes, you have.
No.
Who have you had sex with?
Nobody.
So you're like Tim Tebow. You're both virgins.
What do you think of Tim Tebow?
I think Tim Tebow is a weirdo. Because he doesn't have sex with women, and he's a quarterback for the Jets. That's weird to me.
Hey, Artie.
He
I gotta
does
see you back. It's great to
actually.
see you back, my man.
It's good to be
I
back.
mean, it really
Thank you
is.
so
I mean,
much.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you. You know,
Thank you,
seriously,
man.
seriously, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's very nice. I feel fantastic. I look way better. I feel way better than I look.
Yeah.
Which is good news.
Artie, this is the host of our show, Desi Sanchez.
Oh my God! Hello, Frisco. Mark, you could get that kind of ass.
So what do you think about Desi?
That's the hottest shit. That's the best looking woman I've ever seen in my life. Hey, you like this broad?
Yeah.
You like her, right?
Can we hold that
You
to
like,
Artie?
you like this broad? Get kids?
Yeah.
Do you like her?
Hey, Artie.
Well, she's not gay, right?
Artie, you think she's better looking like the girl that Bobby Petrino was with on the
Who's
bike?
Bobby Petrino?
The Arkansas
Oh,
bike?
the Arkansas.
Yeah.
She's hot too, but not like this broad. Look at her.
Can we say hi to Desi?
Hey, Daddy. I like your show, Daddy.
Desi's watching.
I like your show, Daddy. I'd like to give it to her right now. Ha hoo ha. Hey, subscribe to the Feature Report.
Hey, Artie, can I talk to you? Hey,
Let's do it. Yeah. You kids get haircuts and stay in school.
What about Justin Black?
Justin Blackman, never heard. Justin Tupman.
Is this yours?
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Hey, Artie, real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
First of all, how have you been, man? Because I followed your story and everything.
Oh,
and we were
thanks.
playing, and I have to tell you, it's great to see you back, man.
I've been fantastic. I actually really got it together, man. I stopped doing drugs, and I feel good, so I'm back.
But you lost weight because you look good, man. You like taking care of yourself.
30 sit-ups away from the body of a young Mark Hamill. I feel all right, man.
Hey, what, you gonna see a Comic-Con or any place? You should come to Comic-Con. You'd be great.
I want to go over there. I want to dress like CP3.
Hey, man, it's great to see you back.
Thanks,
High
buddy.
five, my man.
Yes, so, okay. Now, keep that in mind, right? Now, remember, he said he stopped doing drugs, right? And some of you know what I'm about to lead to. And it's this. And Arnie's humor is not for everybody, I admit that. He's kind of, well, you heard it. It's got that male kind of old style, the man show kind of humor that Jimmy Kimmel sprang from. But this is what has happened to Artie, and you remember how he looked in the video, right? Well, look at that. I mean, he messed up his nose, all right? And now he was arrested for violating his parole. He's back in jail. I didn't even know he was in jail to begin with. But he has really messed himself up. That was 2012. This is 2019. Okay, that's NewJersey.com. And, you know, I say that, I show you that because, I mean, this is when he was in better shape before he made the mistake with drugs. Okay? And then, all right? Okay? So, this is a very sad story. And it is a cautionary tale. If there is such a thing as a cautionary tale, you just saw it. Stay off drugs, you know? If you feel like you've got to have stuff like that, don't. All right? Just do anything you can do to get yourself out of that situation, because I didn't know about this. I just found out about Artie's situation quite literally, 48 minutes ago or less. So I'm still floored. I'm thinking, what happened? You know, as Sean Watson just says, you know, drugs really mess your life up. Yeah, and this guy was, I mean, the type of humor aside, no one can argue that his quick thinking and timing were brilliant. I mean, he was just standing there thinking of stuff to say on the fly, right? And the best comics are like that. You know, Will Durst is like that, who was on my show 2 weeks ago. The best comics are like that. W. Kamau Bell, who I have yet to have on here yet. The best comics are like that. And he's one of them. But he has had a drug problem for, quite some time. My interview with him was 2012, and he swore to me he had gotten it together. That was 2012. This is 2019, and it's quite obvious over that period, over that time span alone, he has not got it together. In fact, instead of going like this, he went like that. So, you know, I just want to get that out of the way, and I want to have that because it shook me up, and I've never. It's not. It didn't shake me up because oh my God. Therefore, that it's not a matter of that. I've never done drugs, so sorry. Never had cocaine. I've had marijuana, I think 4 times in my life, and it had 0 effect on me each time. I have no taste or desire for that. I barely have taste for alcohol. I have a taste for being healthy, and having at this age with black men to go through a healthy prostate, or at least it feels like it is right now. Okay, and you know, still able to you know move and groove and rock and roll. That's more important to me than few other things in life. So I say this to you, you know, if you ever get a point where you feel like you have to have a substance, stop. Just say, all right, why am I letting this thing control me? And what else can I do that doesn't harm me, that is a good addiction, like breathing clean air or something like that, right? Just saying, I just want to get that out of the way because that shook me up. I hope and I pray that Artie gets himself together, as opposed to reading something bad about him. You know, that's worse than being in jail is finding him. I hate to say it, dead. Joseph Mandura says supposedly his drug problem started happening when he blamed himself for his father being paralyzed. Artie was supposed to be holding a ladder for him. I didn't realize that. You know, but I think that's interesting. I didn't know that. But I have to say, you know, it's got to be something more than just, that's a trigger. But I mean, there's got to be other feelings he had about himself because, you know, comics, it's said that comics get depressed a lot anyway. There's something in there, okay? But anyway, let's move forward. Talk about, you know, happy stuff, right? Happy stuff. Okay. First of all, let's talk, and you know, I'm going to actually make an adjustment in this video title and put Oakland next to the Raiders. Oakland Raiders Las Vegas Stadium update. And the update has to do with the Las Vegas Stadium Authority meeting, and I'm not going to bore you with the details and the math and all that stuff and everything else, okay? I'm simply going to say that the stadium, I can sum up the stadium issue in one word. Rain! Because the Las Vegas weather, and I'm typing Las Vegas weather right now, okay? Las Vegas weather has not been kind. And look, I just typed Las Vegas weather, and I started to type, this is what I got. I got Las Vegas wet, and I got rain. Which means that of all the weather, it's been raining. So let's just like carry through the weather part and see what we get. Las Vegas weather in terms of the forecast. And 64 degrees, humidity there, precipitation is 15%, okay? And so it's cloudy. It didn't rain. It was supposed to rain that night, but it did not. There's the 10-day weather forecast. The top stories, odd weather lingers with record low temperatures. And that is a record low temperature. That's 64 degrees. All right, that's record low. I don't know. The wind is 9 miles per hour, so for the perspective of building a Raiders roof, that's pretty good. Strange weather now includes odd record. Weather record could be set today, and that was so let's take a look at the forecast real quick and find out where we're at. That's weather.com. I'm not really keen on weather.com because they tend to give you the rosy scenario as things really look awfully bad, and then it's kind of like, okay, we know it's screwed up, right? But all right, tonight, May 23rd, it's cloudy. Then Friday, it's mostly sunny, mostly cloudy, and then partly cloudy, mostly sunny. Don't see any rain days coming, all right? But then they say that, and the next thing you know, it is a rain day. Here, look at this. Sunday, 20% chance of rain, all right? Right there, see that? 20% chance of rain, okay? And then the wind is kicking up to where it's 16 miles per hour on Saturday, 20 miles per hour on Sunday. On this Sunday, they cannot install any more of the roof sections on days like when it gets up that high. All right, so for the rest of this period, 10-day period, they're in pretty good shape, it would seem, for this forecast. But again, how many Las Vegas forecasts have we seen that say, hey, you know what, everything's going to be great, and it turns out that it ain't. Let's check the AccuWeather forecast. Let's see if the AccuWeather forecast is more accurate than, this is sad, violent tornadoes. Which state is, I don't know, Texas, who knows, okay? Let me get rid of that. All right, now, here it comes. Can I get rid of these stupid ads? All right, there it is. Trying to get rid of this stupid ad. Oh boy, oh boy. They make it hard. You gotta know where the X is, right? And then you have to be able to click past the X, and they don't. That's frustrating. Ad closed. Okay, and so it won't let me close the ad. Isn't that something? I can't seem to click around it. You know? Oh right. How do I do this one? Okay, let's get rid of that. Boom, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Okay, AccuWeather, finally, I think. They're unseasonably cool. What is this? Unseasonably cool around Salt Lake. What else? What else? What else? There it is. 64 degrees. Look at this. Tonight. Here, okay? See that? That's a rain cloud. So let's click on that. Boom. 56 degrees. Tonight, May 23rd, rain. You see what I'm talking about? The difference between weather.com and AccuWeather? All right, a shower early, partly cloudy. Okay, so that means if we go over to the Raiders stadium, we might get a picture. If there's a shower early, we might get a picture what's going on. It's supposed to go from 56 to 77 to 85. This is 75 and this is 73. I mean, this is bizarre weather, folks. So, all right. We go to the official site of the Oakland Raiders. Click on Las Vegas. Okay. Go on the live stadium cam. View now. And we see what the situation really is, okay? And it is there. Don't see rain. In fact, but I also don't see a lot of people working on the site. I see a few. I see lights here blinking. I see a car over there moving. This is live. I see one over there. There's working. See, look at that. There's another one. But it clearly looks like a lot of folks have left, okay? So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I want to say 13, 14, 15. Some about 15 of these trusses installed. Actually, no, wait a minute. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because that's a gap. 8, 9, 10, 11. They have 11 of them. I understand they have 52 to go. So they've got a long way to go with this thing. A long, long way. So at any rate, that's it. And we don't see, as you can see by the traffic going by, there's no rain. And it is, this is actually earlier in the day. What time is it? This was, says 10:05 p.m. But I gotta believe that this was, you know what? This is not 10:05. 10:05, this would be dark. Either that, this is the best camera in the world for darkness, okay? But nonetheless, this is what we're the view that we're getting. So, what we don't have, folks, is they keep playing games with the date and everything. So we really, they say August 16th, 2020 is when they're going to have some event there. But you know what? it was mid-September that the doggone thing was supposed to be ready to go, right? I mean, finished. And that was before I stepped in and said, hey, by the way, they reported it was supposed to be mid-September, and everybody went nuts, okay? So there's your update. That's your update. The other update is they had 31 million that they found, that they said it was an unexpected source, and so Jeremy Aguillo gives this speech about how it came from two different funding categories, and they tried to reconcile them into one, and it was like blah 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 blah. It's like, dude, why don't you all just say you really took the money from the excess PSL revenue, because the Raiders only had to come up with 250 million. They came up with 284 million, which just happens to be roughly 34 million over. So you took 32 million of the 34 million, 31 million of the 34 million. Fine, because that's what it looks like. But the explanation he gave, they didn't even put in the document, okay? That was one of those last second, hey, let's make this sound like it's something other than what Zenny says it is or looks like. I swear to God, that's what it looks like. Because what he said, because I reported on this last night, what he said today isn't even in the documents, not even to this point. It's like an on-the-fly thing. So they keep looking at like this Keystone Cops routines, you know, and it doesn't need to be, okay? I mean, if they would just stick to telling the authentic story and letting the thing play out rather than this made up stuff, everybody would love the project almost. But okay, then it's like, all right. I'm trying to get more information, like nitty gritty, like where they are with sponsorships. No, I haven't heard anything about the Coca-Cola stuff, and I don't think the Coca-Cola thing was real to begin with. Just saying. I think it was, you know, somebody trying to affect the game, and it didn't quite work out. And I mean, it's a nice possibility, right? It's a nice possibility. Okay. So now that we've got all that out of the way, let's talk. Here's the question I have for everybody. All right. First of all, this. Can the Warriors more easily beat the Raptors or the Bucks? Who? Raptors or Bucks? I say the Warriors can more easily beat the Bucks. Okay. Over the Raptors. But then, you know what? I say it's actually a toss-up. And here's why. Because I just had to think that through. If the Raptors lose, now John McCall says the Bucks. All right? But here's my thinking. If the Raptors lose at home and the Bucks win, you know, bringing them back, right? They would be really battle weary after that game 7. And so the Warriors be fresh. Boogie Cousins is practicing now. He's back. Kevin Durant looks like he's on pace to get back. And I'm sorry, the best place for Kevin Durant to be is with the Golden State Warriors. I don't think it's with the Knicks. Certainly not. I don't think it's with the Clippers. I think the best place for Kevin Durant in his future is the Warriors. Why? Because where else can Kevin Durant get injured, all right, and not have to worry about his sponsorship money being sullied by the fact that his team didn't perform well because he wasn't part of them? He can sit back with the Warriors, get injured, as he did, and still count his sponsorship money because he's with a super team of people, okay? He's not going to find that anywhere else. I'm sorry. And I think that what happened to him with the Warriors is a window into what would happen to him with the Knicks or someplace else. He gets injured again, and suddenly all that luster and hype goes down the tubes, right down the tubes, you know? Sean Watson says, I hope he comes to the Lakers. But the whole point is, if he came to the Lakers, would he be better off with the Lakers? And I don't see it. I don't understand why Kevin Durant has to leave the Warriors. Because you have people who, don't feel like he should be on a team that's great? The whole thing makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. I'm trying to figure out culturally why they did that with LeBron. You know, why is it that, I'll just say this straight out, okay? Why is it that superstar black players are being discouraged from joining the Warriors? What's up with that? I mean, think about it. They gave Boogie Cousins a hard time. And then there were some people who were happy that Boogie Cousins got injured or happy it didn't work out, right? They gave Kevin Durant a hard time. Okay? So, I mean, what is the deal? What is the deal? Why not LeBron James to the Warriors or Kawhi Leonard to the Warriors? What is the deal when superstar black athletes in the NBA are by and large discouraged from joining the Warriors, where everybody knows they'll land a ring and money, okay? The Warriors, I mean, all right, I'm just asking. The Warriors cleared $2 billion in sponsorships for their Chase Arena in San Francisco already. $2 billion. Excuse me. 2 billion. That is a record in terms of sponsorship money for an arena of that type, or heck, of any type. You think they just can't take that money and just say, hey, you know what? Bingo, all right? And Frederick Williams says the Warriors gave KD more space and more time as a player. Yeah. And that's exactly what would happen with LeBron. He wouldn't have had to be the man, okay? And I think that if LeBron had joined KD and the Warriors, you could have had a setup where you had taken out Bogut and put in LeBron, right? And so you have, I mean, let's play around with possibilities. You know, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, okay? And Draymond Green. What about that? I mean, that would be a heck of a lineup. You know, think about that. Think about that. I mean, all these guys could hit from three. I mean, how would you defense that? All right? John Collins says, as far as you know, the Warriors are still going to be the Golden State Warriors and not the SF Warriors. Oh, I'm not saying they're going to change their name. Okay? So, I don't think that they will. I think that, I mean, I would like to think Oakland would file a lawsuit if they did, but it certainly would be in the offing, if for no other reason than just to be a little pissy. Because it would send the signal, as I said last night, that the Warriors didn't want to be associated with Oakland because Oakland is recognized as a black city, even to this day. Okay, so no, but I don't see the Warriors going over there and doing that at all, and I would hope not. I certainly would hope not. I know that they originally were the San Francisco Warriors, but they changed over to be the Golden State Warriors because they really didn't want to be in Oakland. And they didn't want to be tried with Oakland. They didn't think Oakland was Franklin Muley didn't have the idea that Oakland was the best name for his team, even though it was working out for the A's and the Raiders. So, that really sticks in the craw of a lot of people. I remember my high school friend, Richard Lieberman, was on a tear to get the Warriors to call themselves the Oakland Warriors, and he wrote about it, and I took up the bandwagon and wrote about it too, and but that doesn't do anything. Somebody's got to want to go to court, put some pressure on them, and make it happen, and that never happened at all. And Sean Watson says they would have all 7 stars with LeBron James on them. Joseph Amendola says, I think people like Kevin Durant and LeBron, they want to be the guy on any team. The Warriors got so much talent and stars they feel inadequate, I guess. But my point is, look, if you are, and I have to say this, if you're a player with diminishing skills, And look, if your skills aren't diminished, you're not getting injured a lot. Which leads me to another question I'll ask in a second. But if you're a player with diminishing skills, and that includes the ability to not get injured, what better place to go than the Warriors? Okay? My point is, at some place in the career arc of a player, they've got to know when to go into a situation where they play less minutes and yet enjoy optimal performance both from themselves and from the organization that they're within. That's just smart. So where else would you go other than the super rich Golden State Warriors? That just makes sense, you know? Now, from an entirely other perspective, LeBron James didn't think of himself that way. He thought of himself, as you present him, as the man who could save. But he's done it so many times, you would think that he would know where his own off switch is, instead of the Lord or nature, trying to find it for him. I think it was the Lord saying, hey, you know what? You ain't that good. Here, we tweak your... Let me give you a little goring tweak there. Just kidding. But my whole point is, Kevin Durant got sort of a wake-up call like that. Oh, you think you're like so good and you can carry the Warriors all by yourself? Well, here, take that, and let's see how good you are after that. Let's see where the Warriors go after you're gone. Everyone's thinking the Warriors aren't going to go anywhere. Wrong. Okay. Arcade says $2 billion. Does that mean the arena's paid for? Oh, the arena's more than paid for. Yeah, the arena was only $1.4 billion to build. So yeah, 1.5 billion. So yeah, the arena is more than paid for by sponsorships alone. Remember, I didn't say anything about luxury suite sales or season ticket sales or anything else, okay? But from a sponsorship perspective, yes. Frederick Williams says another thing, too, is that I don't think Klay Thompson is going to leave the Warriors either. No. I mean, there's all this wishful thinking about breaking up the Warriors, and again, there's this undercurrent message that, hey, if you're this talented black player, you shouldn't be with the Warriors. If you are a talented black player, you should not be with the Warriors. That is the message sent again and again and again. Bad stuff. So yeah, I think Klay Thompson will be back. I think Kevin Durant will be back with the Warriors. I think the Hampton Five will remain intact. Here's the thing: why would anybody want to leave before you get to a new arena? I mean, I would think that Kevin Durant would want to play in the new place, the new digs, see what it's like. You don't have to move anywhere, right? Or maybe he's broken up. Now, here's something I could see. Maybe he thinks the Warriors, by half skipping out of Oakland, I'll explain what I mean in a second, are not going to be the team they were, and so he doesn't want to be there to see them, to be a part of their fall, because he thinks their winning days are in Oakland. Now, I could see that. I could see that as well. And hey, there's a lot of reason to think that. Richard Hike says, I don't think KD can handle the brutal press and fans in New York. I think you're right. And he might be closer to that dude he got into that tiff with. I thought it was stupid. Was it Clay Dusard? Is that his name? Or Clavis, or whatever, Dusard, who basically said, I text Kevin on a regular basis and I know everything about him. And Kevin came up and said, basically, cat, whatever that means. You don't have my number, man. And he says these days, Twitter and Instagram are basically what's the difference. And technically, he does have a point. Oh, that sound is Kevin Durant disconnecting his follow of Mr. Dusard. So John Acosta says, what's going to be the capacity in the Warriors' new arena? 18,000. Frederick Williams says, what's your impression of DeMarcus Cousins when he decided to join the Warriors at first? I thought it was fantastic. Again, I believe in a mosaic. You find the player that can do the right job, and you pay that player more than premium money to be able to do that job, okay? And you just let the chips fall where they may. So, and I say that because there was this fear of the Warriors building this super team. Well, okay. What to me really what really makes acquisitions, hirings like Kevin Durant and Boogie Cousins super is the structure the Warriors have built. So the complaint that Boogie Cousins shouldn't have went to Golden State or Kevin Durant, to me, was a compliment to what the Warriors have built and how other teams were afraid of it. I mean, it's different. Okay? Hey, welcome to Zenny62. It's different. So, so my impression was, you can get Boogie Cousins, great. I was concerned about the Achilles deal. But again, and this proves my point, what other team could DeMarcus Cousins have went to that had the talent space, if you will, to allow him to rehabilitate, to spend most of the season rehabilitating, and then come back and contribute by shooting threes? But the Warriors. Only the Warriors could do that. And that's what happens when you follow a moniker that's a t-shirt that says strength in numbers. Think about what that means. It's a very deep meaning. It means not just strength in numbers of people that can shoot a three. It means strength in numbers of talented individuals that can play different spots and allow you different combinations to form a lethal scoring machine or defense machine, whichever the case may be. Strength in numbers means strength in flexibility. Strength in numbers means strength in the number of ways that the Warriors can attack you from a personnel standpoint. But their base in strength in numbers also means strength in the ability to have different launch points from where the ball comes out, mainly over the three line. Now, other teams really caught up to the Warriors in terms of the three as the season went on. But the Warriors correctly recognized that they needed a combination of shooters and hammers. And what I mean by that, and this is my observation, not some resuscitation or anything that I've heard them say. But when I say shooters and hammers, I mean shooters are the Steph Currys, the hammers are the Kevin Durants, the guys who can, and you saw him do this when he was with the Thunder. He can simply roll in there and then pachong, okay? Pachong, okay? And pachong, all right? And hammer it. In fact, there's the guy that is responsible for getting rid of, you have to see this. They're actually still working at night. This is nighttime, and there are people still. I can still see Raider construction lights going. So these guys are now pulling into high gear. It looks like. You see that? Okay. See these? Okay. See that? All right. These guys are putting in high gear. I can't see what's going on in there. It doesn't look like anything's going on. All right. And then I'm looking here for activity. I don't see anything. So it looks like by and large people have left. Still they have a long way to go. Don't let this fool you, folks, because they have. First of all, let's give them credit where credit is due. That hole that was over there that I pointed out with steel is now filled. So they've got steel in and around. So they're catching up there. All right. So that's a positive. So yeah. So I'll point out the positive when the positive is there to point out. Don't worry. Just give me the positive. That's all I'm saying. See, give me the positive. Getting back to your comments. And Joseph Amendola says, I think if Kevin Durant decides to go to New York, I would think it has to do with his business headquarters being in Brooklyn. Okay, I'm not making the connection. Yeah. I mean, but is it? Let me check that out. I'm copying Brooklyn. Okay. And I'm going to the window. And then I'm typing Kevin Kevin Durant. Why Kevin Durant should forget about the Brooks, the Knicks, and sign with the Brooklyn Nets. So basically, yeah, I don't hear anything about his business. It says that he will consider the Brooklyn Nets in free agency, because and that begs the question: if why not the Brooklyn Nets, if that's the case, right? But so here we are. But I'm typing Kevin Durant, Brooklyn, and then business. Business. Okay. So let's see what I come up with here. Don't see that. Don't see that. Missing business. He has a company called 30. No, wait a minute. D'Angelo Russell will give Kevin Durant a tour of Brooklyn as part of a segment in KD's show. And I believe this was March 22nd of this year. And it seems to mention his business. Okay. Hello, Brooklyn. Kevin Durant is coming to Brooklyn to tour the city. In an intriguing development, this was March 22nd. In Flyby, Kevin Durant's new three-part series and maybe his free agency, KD will get a virtual tour of 3 cities from 3 different players, starting with Quinn Cook in San Francisco and ending with D'Angelo Russell in Brooklyn. Now, this was done, 2019. And this is Doug Angler, Adweeks writes, in his first episode, Durant and fellow Golden State Warriors teammate Quinn Cook explore their home city of San Francisco, visiting Mr. Jew's restaurant and the legendary Hyde Street Studios in the Tenderloin. The Fly-By series will continue with episodes focused on Los Angeles with Lakers star Kyle Kuzma and Brooklyn featuring Nets guard D'Angelo Russell. Well, okay. With the league getting stricter on tampering rules, this comes as a bit of surprise. However, Durant is looking to expand his horizons beyond his 35 Ventures company, which offers a mix of his investments, media, and his foundations. All right, so let me take that. Let me take 35 Ventures, copy that, and then paste. Okay, 35 Ventures. The official website of 35 Ventures. You found. Let me click on this. 35 Ventures. Co-founded by 2-time NBA champion and Finals MVP Kevin Durant and his manager Rick Kleiman, 35 Ventures serves as the umbrella for all of their business interests across sports, tech, culture, and more. Hey, maybe I can get them to invest in... At any rate, News Investments Media Foundation. Let's see, the Boardroom Building an Athlete Brand. The Boardroom Season 2, introducing the Nike, and let's see here. News, Investments, Media, Foundation. 35. And I don't see, I'm looking for the contact. There's about Kevin. But I don't see contact. That's what I'm looking for. 35 Ventures. Let me try this. See if I can go 35 Ventures, Crunchbase. Hey, when you're listed in Crunchbase as Kevin Durant is, that means you're a major investor. You're either a tech, because I'm in Crunchbase. I'm not an investor. I'm a tech startup. I'm a tech entrepreneur. I'm mentioned in Crunchbase. I'll show you in a second. But this is, Kevin Durant is mentioned in Crunchbase. Crunchbase and I go way back when started by Michael Arrington. Here is Kevin Durant. Okay, take a look at this. Boom. Kevin Durant, founder, 35 Ventures. But look at this. It says location, Oakland, California. So, say, wait a minute. Joseph, you were saying it was in Brooklyn. It's not in Brooklyn. It's in Oakland. Yo, Oakland. Take a look at this, okay? This is what it reads. Look. Bam. 35 Ventures, location, Oakland, California, regions, San Francisco Bay Area, West Coast, Western U.S., male. Investor type, investment partners, individual angel investor, investor stage, seed. Translation, I need to contact this man. Okay, but this is Oakland, California. So, Joseph. No, dude. According to Crunchbase, there he is, okay? He's got one company. He has number of portfolio companies, one, okay? Let's see what that is. And it's called Hooked. It is a content delivery network. Oh, interesting. Hook is redefining entertainment for the Snapchat influencer. Content delivery network is simply a fancy way of saying I'm building this platform that delivers photographs, blog posts, and video. I have I use but and I do so, and it does so. This CDN, this content delivery network, and it does so by using a mix or a range of servers. Like, for example, Cloudflare is a content delivery network, okay? It's actually a good one. I use it, all right? So, and this one is called Hooked, okay? And he put 15 million, he didn't, but Hook has raised 15 million, is redefining entertainment for the Snapchat generation, all right? It is content delivery network, CD and mobile app, social media. Hold on a second. This is a different this isn't the Cloudflare type of content delivery network. Let's just copy this and paste real quick, okay? And then paste that one, Hooked, okay? And Hooked, and Hooked team careers prect. Install Hooked to finish the story. Let's see if that's it. This is it. This is it. This is it. The future of storytelling. Home, team, okay, Purna Gupta, Prakchorya, all right, a small team with a huge footprint, okay. They've raised 15 million. Careers, help create the next story. Hey, Hook looks cool. What do you guys do? We're redefining storytelling for the mobile generation. Well, how do you do that? We pioneered a new format for mobile storytelling, chat fiction. Interesting. Hey, you know what? I think Katie will really love what I'm doing. I'm serious about that. Okay. So, but this is his team. This is his team. This is his. So I don't think, look, I really think that given what Hook is capable of doing, I'm going to say, why would he want to move far away from his business ventures in Oakland? Hello, why would he? Okay, you want to see something here? Speaking of which, all right, look at this. 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 See that? Okay. All right. Help create the next story. Okay. They got an opening for a multi-level engineer. All right. SV Angel, Capital, Founders Fund, Cowboy Ventures, okay? Sweet Capital. Can you scroll through? I can't, and many more, all right? So what chat fiction is a thing now? What next? We're just getting started. We're bringing machine learning and lean startup to Hollywood. Hooked has developed a magic potion. Equal parts data, API, mobile app, and good old-fashioned human creativity. Media company of the future, the next Netflix, the next Disney. They're shooting from minds of innovative artists and eccentric technologists who love stories in all forms and love a grand challenge. They have openings. Right now they have the one, okay? So, again, you know, as far as Joseph, what you talking about, Willis? This is an interesting company. A very interesting company. Okay, so anyway, Joseph says, if I'm correct, I believe Ramona Shelburne from ESPN Radio and TV mentions his business in New York. She was wrong, dude. All you got to do is tell her. I mean, look, this is Hooked on Crunchbase, okay? This is Hooked, okay? That's what they got, all right? They're for profit here, okay? And they're in San Francisco, all right? And they got Kevin Durant right here, founder 35 Ventures, Oakland, California. Oakland, California. Read that. Look, Oakland, California. All right. So ESPN was wrong, and Zenny 62 Media was right. Cool. Okay. Loving it. Loving it. See what I'm getting at? All right. I'm loving this. So again, I'm getting a little off the track now because I'm excited over the possibility of being able to pitch Kevin Durant. And so so I think that's exciting. I really think that's something that I would say, "Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely definitely into." Absolutely. So that strengthens my point. I will bet Kevin Durant stays in San Francisco. He has zero reason to want to leave the Bay Area, especially with that, for New York or Brooklyn. Sorry. Just ain't there, okay? Just ain't there. No. Hey, folks, it is 1:37, and I'm going to sign off. Joseph says, can you get a Supermax with the Warriors? That thing's a non-issue. No, actually, there is a loophole way you can do that. In fact, I'm glad you brought that up because it points to Kevin's situation and why Draymond Green got so angry with him, because there was a feeling that that he was double dipping. Okay, and all right, and so apparently, see, Klay Thompson is ineligible for a Supermax contract, and this was according to the about 9. That's the news as of tonight. Okay, and he said he may have taken less money, but there's some sort of way I heard that he could actually get or delay a Supermax. But he's apparently, because one of the major searches is KD 2019 Supermax. And it says, let's see here. Warriors owner confident team can re-sign Kevin Durant. And the Warriors can easily afford to pay him Supermax, okay? And let's see if the Warriors are forced to pick between Klay and Thompson. I don't think they're going to be forced to. There was something that I saw about that. I'm trying to find that. Warriors, KD's, Kevin's Supermax, then was it Draymond Green, because Draymond Green was making some sort of point about that. And let's see. Draymond Green says he and Kevin Durant have a great relationship. That was 2 days ago. And let's see here. If Warriors, Draymond says it's not his job to tell Kevin Durant to shoot more. I have to. There was basically as I found it was some sort of weird way, because of the way that he came into the Warriors. There is a way that he could play himself or was eligible for a Supermax contract with the Warriors because of the way he was signed. Now, I don't know, admittedly, how that works. That's just what I heard. So, can the Warriors sign him? The Warriors are crapping money, okay? The Warriors can easily sign him. That is not even the question. Frederick Williams say, I even hear the LA media is hating on the Warriors' success. Oh, I don't know when the LA media has ever really liked the Warriors. Now, the Warriors have fans in LA. Arcade says, Klay didn't make the All-NBA, so he can't get Supermax. Now, okay. Now, by contrast, All-NBA, let's see here, Kevin Durant, let's see here. Yep. Steph Curry and Kevin Durant make All-NBA teams. That was 11 hours ago, according to Golden State of Mind. So he's eligible. And he's eligible. The Warriors can afford him. So he could easily walk away with a ring, another ring, excuse me, making him a 3-time NBA champion, and another Supermax and a Supermax contract, all in the space of a few months, and still remain with the Warriors and take care of his investment. What if KD goes to the Clippers and stays in Cali? What are your thoughts on that? I still think it's bad. I mean, why? Why does he have to leave? You know, again, why would you look? Why, if you're getting older, and you've set up shop in the Bay Area, you're listed on Crunchbase, which that impresses me alone. Brothers listed on Crunchbase, gotcha. In fact, speaking of being listed on Crunchbase, ta-da! There I is. Xenophon Abraham is an internet entrepreneur, the founder of sports business of my first company, Sports Business Simulations. I have to have this revised. Okay. All right. That's my rank. That's me. I have to add Zenny62 Media. Okay. If you want Facebook, boom, LinkedIn. All right. And in 2002, and Zenny62 Media in 2010, Mr. Abraham is a pioneer video blogger and a professional blogger with a complex history that's taken him from the city of Oakland to the National Football League to the tech industry. We get the idea, okay? And so my charts don't say much because I haven't done those on my. I haven't done any investing. I've got really I should have 2 jobs, okay? There's my education, Texas, Arlington, and Berkeley. 1 news article. What? There's more on me than that. Come on. What is this? What news article? Crunchbase reference. What are you talking about? Zenny62 on YouTube. Oh, that's the news article? Thanks. Zenny62 on YouTube. Okay, so my point is, all right, I am listed as a guy you invest in, basically. Kevin Durant is listed as an investor. Nice. Okay. How you like them apples? Woohoo! All right. So, okay, I'm feeling good tonight. Frederick Williams says, strength in numbers is the perfect mantra for the Warriors. Yep, absolutely. Not only is it the perfect mantra for the Warriors, it's perfect in all kinds of different ways. So there it is. All right, folks, it is 1:44, and I'm telling you, I'm planning to do a live stream tomorrow. I am planning to do a live stream tomorrow. And mark your calendars, folks, okay? Because I am planning. I haven't picked out the venue yet. But June 6th on the calendar. All right. June 6th, 2019. On your calendar. Images. Here's June. Thursday, June 6th. Boom. Okay, because that's Thursday, June 6th. We are up here. I'm planning a live show in Oakland because I'll be back that week, Thursday, June 6th. And then I'm going to leave back for here that weekend. But Thursday, June 6th, 7:30. Thursday, June 6th, 7:30. Live show talking about sports in Oakland, you know. We do it at a restaurant. So if you're in Oakland, like I invited Richard Hake to come down, come down, talk about the A's, and I've got other folks I'm pursuing as guests to come on, and be fun to have people, come down. And I wanted to do this, okay? I really wanted to do this. So June 6th, 2019. All right. Say Zenny62 live in Oakland. Okay. Venue to be determined. Guest list includes, right now the guest list includes Richard Hake. So Richard is my first confirmed guest our proud and heroic Zenny 62 vlogger and Oakland A's resident expert. All right, so there we are. So Oakland, California. Oakland, California, across the bay, CA. 7:30 p.m. Zenny 62 live on YouTube. But I would say you're an expert. You're good enough an expert for me. And now, yeah, Richard says he's not an expert, but then you ask him these A's questions, and you get a stream of information that you didn't know before, or heard about, or points of view you didn't think about. It just comes rolling out like this great flow of water that you knew you needed to drink because it was good and healthy for you. So there you go, Richard. You are a source. Bam. You are a source. All right. So I'm lining up the guests. All right, but right now, okay, tomorrow night, folks. Richard, thank you. Now, Richard, you know, I have to say something. If you can find one person or two people or three that really get what you're trying to do as a business, you stick with them and you pledge your loyalty to them. And Richard, from the first time he tried to make a video blog, got my style. And the style is, it's basically hold the camera horizontally and engage with people, you know, with care, you know, let them talk more than you talk, don't challenge them, that sort of thing. Richard does that. He really gets it. There's another person I'm not going to mention who got tied up in how he thought other people felt about me politically. And that's, you know what, in this business, you're going to have a lot of people who just don't like you, basically because you're, you know, you achieve some fame. That's really what it boils down to. If you have your face out there, you're willing to express an opinion, and for some particular reason in this society, there's some people who don't like that. If you want proof of what I'm talking about, I'll give you proof. Take a look at NBA Finals ESPN First Take at Lake Chalet at Zenny 62. If you have a chance after, you know, in fact, I'll save you the trouble. I'll show you the video right now because I'm typing. Let's see here. NBA Finals, ESPN, First Take, Lake Chalet, Oakland. Okay, yeah, there it is. And if you, yeah, sure enough, there are my videos. I rule the listing. Look at that. Ding. Okay. All right. So I want, this is the crowd, but I want you to take a look at the comments that people would make and why they were standing in line. This was a real eye-opener for me. Okay. It was a real eye-opener for me. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Let's see here. Those are the videos. Let me just try. Let me try this another way. Let me copy that, and then go here. Okay.
ESPN First Take here. Take a look. Some of these people have been here since they've been here since 7 o'clock this morning, some of them. So, look at this. This is huge. Now, knowing the doc as I do, the doc can't fit all these people. Oh, watch. This is cool. Probably about 500 people in this line here. See that? What do you say? Come on! There you go. And they'll fire it up. Who's going to win? Some of them aren't so sure. So anyway. And they're all waiting right here at the gate to get in. Right there. Yeah. So, this is unprecedented. Lake Chalet has never seen this many people. And this is going to be incredible. Hey, let's see your sign. Excuse me, let's see your sign. Yeah, cool. All right, authentic fan right there too. All right, cool.
You said you didn't know if you were gonna make it or not.
I'm sorry.
I saw you on the TV. You're the one I saw. Then you said you didn't know if you were gonna make it or not. I see.
Oh yeah, I did. Hey, after all that. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Hey, what? Warriors and how many?
6.
Warriors and 6. All right. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Authentic fan. So there we are. They're all lined up here. It's exciting.
Okay, so let me. There's another one here, right there. All right, and trying to find the guy. Let's see here. Here we go. Oops. Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, here. Let's see here. There. I think that's it.
Hey, Car, we all standing outside. I've got my band here, and Oakland's a great city. Don't you agree?
Just don't get jumped out here.
Yeah, just anyway. That's pretty much it. There are a lot of people who are really upset this East Coast thing where you're picking up East Coast teams to win all the time has gotten on you guys.
Redskins fan, and there's a Giants fan right there in front of us. So.
Yeah, right here. Yeah. Where's the Redskins fan?
The Redskins fan right here, right
Wave your hand.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. So there you go. You got a big mess of trouble coming in. So there you go.
And here's another one. Okay, so there's another point here. Oh, scroll up. Like Chalet. Let's see here. NBA Finals, ESPN, Lake Chalet, Oakland. Oops, hold on a second. Let me take this out. Boom. Let me put that in there. All right, and scroll down. Hold on a second. There was another. Let's see here. Where is that guy? There he is. Okay. This guy's a Skip hater. This is what I'm talking about.
Hey, Skip, haven't seen you since San Diego Super Bowl, but this man has a bone to pick with you. We're standing in
I don't
line
have
here.
bone to pick.
Oh,
I just
excuse
think
me.
you're getting old and senile, and go Warriors. I haven't watched the show for a while.
What do you think about him picking the Cavs over, you know?
Okay, fine. Yeah, you're picking LeBron, but hey, Warriors too deep, man. Warriors are way too deep. And Skip, you thought Manny Pacquiao won that fight. I'm Filipino, and he lost that fight too.
So this is what you have waiting for you, just outside these doors.
Love you,
Right
though,
here.
Skip. Love you, though, Skip.
Right here, you got all these pissed off people.
Hey, these are some town
Just-
business, man. Town business.
I stand corrected. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, what about the 49ers this year? What do you think?
Oh, they're gonna. Oh my God. Are you really gonna ask me about the 49ers?
Yeah, I
here?
say 10-6. The 49ers are going 10-6.
If they're lucky.
No, hey, new scheme. No one knows exactly what they're going to do. New defensive scheme. There's no book, and they're not untalented. Okay.
They're not untalented, but they're without a lot of talent.
Is that a word? Untalented.
No, they're without a lot of talent.
But that's like without a lot of talent. That's 3 words.
No.
4 words. Without.
Sure.
Well,
Without.
That's a compound.
A lot. A lot.
That's
of
3
talent.
words.
Yeah, that's 4 words.
Well, without is a compound word.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Without
still 1 word.
Without
Still 1 word.
a lot. A lot's 1 word too. Of
No,
talent.
no.
That's 4. You're right.
Are you
4.
an English major? That's 2 words.
I'm not an English major. I know English, but I'm not city planning. Yeah, but I'm not an English major. No.
Oh yeah, you're definitely.
I admit that. Though.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh,
It's not. See it.
6 o'clock.
You can't tell time. I got you. Hey, thanks, man.
That was fun. Yeah. So my point is there are people who just stand in line because they disagree with whatever Skip or Shannon or Stephanie Smith or Max has to say, right? And when you get in line, so why are you here? Well, I hate. I'm like, whoa, okay. And so they say they're haters, but you can tell they're not really haters, right? But it's a fascinating phenomenon in media, and it's something that a lot of local media doesn't get. It's missing from local media, except for this, right? Where you have these exchanges, you get People want to have an exchange. They react to personalities, like in this case, okay? That's modern media, and it's fun stuff. You know, it really is. So, hey, I think we're building something here. Maybe I can get Kevin Durant now. What am I talking about? Kevin Durant will be playing tomorrow. He'll be playing the next day. Yeah, at the finals that night. MM Forever, how you doing? He says, is there a chance the San Jose Sharks move to San Francisco Chase Center? I heard the Sharks want a new stadium, and San Jose may be reluctant to build them a new stadium. You know, that's a good question. I'll find out. It is 1:56 in the East, and so I'm going bye-bye. Like that. Okay, so, all right, folks, hey, thanks a lot. Tomorrow night, I'll be back. I don't usually do Fridays, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about, and I want to fill it in, you know, get that in there, and then remember, mark your calendar, okay? So Oakland, June 6th, 7:30, Zenny 62 Live, venue T to be determined, guests Richard Hake, and more. There you go. All right. I'll see everybody. Thanks, Richard. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, see ya.